Right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran, and today we're going to be returning to a game I briefly covered in the past when it was first announced at the Game Awards. See, I find it really strange when thinking about this because this is one of my most anticipated titles of 2019, right? And I've barely touched on it on the channel despite being fascinated by it and despite always talking about it on like podcasts or like just general conversation when RPGs and all that come up. So if you didn't catch the thumbnail or the title of the video, which if you haven't, then you're fucking blind. But yes, this game is The Outer Worlds, an upcoming sci-fi RPG by the guys over at Obsidian who made the brilliant entry to the Fallout franchise, Fallout New Vegas. This game is actually considered to be the successor to New Vegas, which I think is why my hype has just been multiplied over the past few months. Because like at E3 they said that, they were like, oh yeah, this is kind of considered the successor, and I'm like, oh, hello, okay, what was that? How does that mean returning mechanics? Like, what does that mean? Tell me more. But yeah, welcome to The Outer Worlds. In this video we're actually going to be covering the worlds and the universe of the game. So let's dive straight into it, no holding back, no point waiting. Welcome to the Halcyon colony.
This is Halcyon, the furthest colony in the galaxy, proudly owned and operated by corporations. Everything we have, everything we are, we owe to them.
Far ahead in the future, in the year 2320 to be exact, mega corporations have taken over the galaxy, plastering their brands on every street corner of every inhabited planet. But we aren't going to be talking about those plans today, no, we're going to be heading to the edge of the galaxy, also known as the frontier of space, the Halcyon colony. In this wacky part of space, players will be able to explore a variety of different locations, from a monster-ridden monarch to a thriving Terra 2. The colony will be a dangerous playground for the stranger, especially since he is a major threat to their corporations, but you know, we'll get into that in a wee bit. The planet I want to explore first here is of course Terra 2, which is the hub of the colony. Taking our fancy wee starship, we fly and land in the town of Edgewater, a community which is run by Spacer's Choice. If you couldn't tell already by his logo being, you know, plastered again on every edge of the town. Yes. I don't know, I tried to make a pun out of that and it just did not work at all. Although it might seem like an ideal place to live, you know, just by looking at the fancy screenshots and the lovely architecture. No. Edgewater is actually in shambles. Buildings are rusted and barely being kept together, and windows are replaced with cardboard. What's more fascinating about this town, however, of course, is the people. The residents of Edgewater follow this religion called the Order of Science Inquiry. This so-called religion brainwashes Halcyon's residents into thinking that they are right where they're meant to be, and to leave their jobs is heresy. Basically a religion being controlled by the corporate board, like everything else in this colony. Edgewater is based in a large location called the Emerald Vale. A beautiful looking holiday destination to the eye, but also home to deadly fucking raiders looking for their next prey. Edgewater isn't the only town in the Emerald Vale, however. It also contains another little town called Roseway. This one looks way more run down than Edgewater, with tree life taking over some buildings. Well, most buildings. The town also seems to be ruled over by Anti-Cleos, another corporate faction that we'll get into another time.
Oh, before I forget, Anti-Cleos makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice peddles.
Still on Terra 2, we fly over to a more glamorous part of the planet, in the city of Byzantium. This massive high-tech city is the ruling seat of the corporate board, and one of the more peaceful locations in the game, but as with every location in the Outer Worlds, this place isn't quite what it seems. Walking down the streets is hard to look in any direction without being flustered with a bunch of ads for products you don't even care about, but a more interesting spot in Byzantium is Odeon Pictures, a film studio being used to produce propaganda films for the colony. What's cool in this location is that there is even a quest here that allows you to audition for one of these films, so I'm curious what the outcome of that will be in the final game. Byzantium is no ordinary city, of course, and not because of its corporate leaders. You know, that's just a norm at this point. We should just, you know, take that, just be like, okay, that's just normal. It's because of its gated community. That's right, this city is actually closed off to those who don't have the necessary requirements to become a resident. So, you know, essentially means only posh wanks are allowed to enter the city and no peasants allowed. Kinda reminds me of a We Happy Few. You know, I can't remember the town in We Happy Few, but it's basically like, if you're not pumped up in joy and you're no happy, you're no getting in. Except for in this case it's like, oh, you don't have, you know, $1 million in your bank account? Well, guess what, you're a fucking peasant. So there is a lot to explore on Terra 2, but that isn't the only planet in this city. system that we can go to. Well, the other planet isn't necessarily a planet, it's actually a moon to Terra 2's neighbouring gas giant called Olympus. This moon is of course the scary and terrifying Terra 1, or what folks like to call it, Monarch. This is the first location that was terraformed by humanity, but it didn't really work out so well, as you can see. Fauna on the planet grew in size and became a threat to humanity, so Monarch was abandoned by the corporations in favour of Terra 2, but that didn't stop humans from settling on this wee moon. Monarch is home to those who wish to rebel against the corporate board and live a free life, so this place is essentially like the Wild West of Halcyon. Without the corporation's influence, new factions have risen up on Monarch and are fighting for control. Who and what these factions are we haven't really found out yet, but I'll update you when we get that info. On Monarch, our major worry when out exploring is the moon's wildlife. Again, we don't really know too much about these creatures, but judging by the trailers, they are a force to be reckoned with. One of the major towns you'll be visiting in Monarch is called Fallbrook, which, gives a very, like, Thieves Landing sort of vibes. Actually, it reminds me of this map from Black Ops 2 Zombies called Buried, just because of it's like an old western looking town based inside of a cavern. I will not be surprised if that was like one of the influences. Fallbrook is a safe haven for criminals, with you having easy access to things like gambling, drugs, and alcohol. By the way, like what I was saying about the whole successor to New Vegas sort of thing, if they do add in gambling to this game, that would be amazing, because that was, if you've watched my New Vegas streams, that was one of my favourite mechanics in the game. I love going to the casinos, not because I'm a gambling addict, I just want to make that clear now. I am not a gambling addict, I just like it doing it in games. I do not like using real money. Oh shit. The town is run by a lassie called Catherine Mallon, who is the person to go to if you're in need for some cash and are willing to go outside of the law to get it. Not like this place has much laws, but you get what I mean. Some bank robberies here and there, some, extortion, some blackmail. Monarch is described as a bigger, wide open play space, one which, replicates the experience of an open world game. That means you can freely roam around and travel between Monarch's 4 different towns, which each one you discover unlocks a landing pad for your ship so you can return there later. The Outer Worlds features a whole load of places to explore, and not just based on these 2 planets. You can fly off and explore space stations, an asteroid called Scalia, which houses like laboratories and transmitting stations, and even a nasty looking planet called Tartarus, which contains a maximum security prison, which I really hope contains some sort of jailbreak quest, or like if you are caught by the law or something like that, kind of like in Skyrim and Oblivion and just the Elder Scrolls in general. It was like if you're like detained, you're like sent to this planet, and then if you're sent to this planet, you get like this wee mini quest where you have to escape. That'd be awesome, that'd be so cool. The game is large, but not in terms of having like a massive, expansive open world, but instead having a rich atmosphere, plenty full of unique locations and quest lines that will hold your attention for a long while. So that's me for this video. How did you find it? Are you interested in learning more about the Outer Worlds? Let me know down in the comments below, because I love talking about the game, I love researching the game, because this game is definitely going to be sitting up there with like Fallout for me of my interest level, because this game looks so good and it's just so interesting, fascinating. The visual style looks great. I don't care that people are saying like, oh, but the graphics look terrible. It's like, so? It's an RPG. You don't go in there playing it for the graphics, you go in there playing it for the experience, man. The fucking experience. Oh, I think so far the area I'm most interested in is the Emerald Vale, just because of, I just love the look of the towns, I love the look of the area, I love the look of the environment. Edgewater looks so unique, so cool, and so like futuristic westerny, and so does Rosemary as well. And also I think these places will have cool quest lines tied to them. But yeah, special thanks my brilliant me patrons, Devil Proxy 1 and TJ Monster, for your continued support over on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much, I do really appreciate it every time. Love you guys. But yes, thank you so much for watching, I do really appreciate it guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and again, if you want to see more of the Outer Worlds, I'm going to be doing the videos anyway. But, I just want your opinions on it. Let me know down in the comments below, because I will be doing more videos on it, and I hope to increase your hype for the game, because I'm so hyped for it, and I want others to be hyped for it as well. I feel like this game is being somewhat overshadowed by like Cyberpunk, even though Cyberpunk fucking, okay, alright, cool. But at the same time, like, this game is coming out in like October and barely anyone's talking about it, and I'm like, why? Why are you not talking about this game? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you all later. Bye bye.